Thank you for joining me for this Angel Pick a Card reading, where we will be talking about your health, how to ask the angels for helping you, and how to ask the angels to heal you. These are the three piles. Pile 1 is a Lapis Lazuli pyramid. You can see it's a pyramid. Lapis Lazuli pyramid. That's pile 1. Pile 2 is a rose quartz. It's actually a rose quartz Reiki pyramid because it's got Reiki symbols on it. This is also a pyramid. Pile 3 is an amethyst pyramid. So that's pile 3. So just take a minute to figure out which pile you want, and when you come back, we'll do the readings. Alright, this is your reading for the Lapis Lazuli pyramid. And I've picked a series of oracle cards and 3 tarot cards for this reading. The oracle cards are from everywhere. The first card up is from the Angel Therapy cards, and it says, Fairies. You have a strong bond with the fairies, and your life purpose involves helping Mother Nature. So if you are a person that also really resonates with fairies, then this card is telling you that that's right. And just because this is an angel reading does not mean that they don't recognize that fairies also exist and are here to help us. I have found that fairies are extremely helpful in many phases of life. One place where fairies are extremely helpful is in your garden. I know that sounds kind of obvious, but it is really helpful to make friends with the fairies and to have them help you in your garden. So one way that you can encourage the energy of the fairies to work in your direction is to engage with nature in a variety of ways. One thing is to get in touch with nature, plant a garden, go out in the grass, really feel and be in nature, touch trees, look at flowers, look at plants, contemplate, go out and meditate outside, lean against a tree, anything that can get you really in touch with nature. Now, another reason this card may be coming up is that you are interested in making more money, and the fairies are able to help you with that. However, you may or may not know this, but fairies always have a price. So the price to get fairies to help you with your prosperity and abundance is to do something for their world. And that might be cleaning up an area that has bottles and cans and trash all over it. Just going to some place that you see that nobody's tending and just pick everything up. Take it away, dispose of it thoughtfully, and just keep an eye on that area to see that it isn't abused in the future with trash all over it or with bottles or cans that should really be recycled. Another thing that you can do to encourage the fairies to help you is to plant a garden or to plant things that fairies like. Now, there's not very much in the plant world that fairies don't like, so you can do your own research to find that out, and I would encourage you to do that. But know that any time you engage in dealing with nature, even if it's a house plant, the fairies will appreciate that. As far as leaving the fairies gifts, you can do that too. If you want to research that and make a little fairy place in your garden with places, a little house of some kind, or a place where you can actually leave food that they might like or drink that they might like. Do a little research on fairies, find out what they really like, give them something before you ask for something, and they are more likely to help you with it. In fact, they're very likely to help you with it. Fairies can also help you with your health, because as soon as you do get out in nature, it may bring up issues for you that you need to work on that may alleviate the first problem that you were thinking about. So say that you have problems with your feet and you just have problems walking. Trying to go out in nature, you're going to be thinking, well, what kind of shoes should I wear? Or how can I walk out in nature? My feet don't work right. So just that alone, and asking help from the fairies to be able to get out in nature may get you going on your path to really working with the fairies. Any kind of ecologically sound practice is encouraged and loved by the fairies. So you don't have to spend your whole day out in nature, but the more you spend out in nature, the better it is for you. But making sure that there's no trash around where the fairies are going to want to go, and leaving them little gifts is a surefire way to get them to assist you. The next card we have is Visualize Success. And it says, see yourself doing well in this situation and have faith in a positive outcome. So again, if you're trying to improve your health or your money situation, work with the fairies and also visualize success. Now, some people may find it difficult to actually visualize things, so what you might try doing is get into a quiet space, relax yourself. This doesn't have to be a big elaborate process or ritual. Just sit quietly, breathe in and out a few times to get yourself going in a relaxed state and with relaxed breathing. And then in your mind's eye, visualize a blank canvas. And then on that blank canvas, you're going to begin to see yourself doing the thing that you want to do, being the thing you want to achieve, with no effort whatsoever. You're going to see yourself as very successful in that arena, be that in a new job or in a different country or a different house or with a different partner or with your same partner. But you're going to visualize yourself doing the thing that you're asking about and enjoying it and having it be effortless. You want to make sure that everything that you visualize is very successful and effortless. This is really a key to successful visualization. The next card that we have is from Messages from Your Angels. And this is from Yvonne. It says you have a special bond with animals. Your pets on earth and in heaven are watched over by angels. And she's a dark-haired angel. Yvonne. So, one of the things that I know are that animals are of the angelic realm. So they come to us to help us. And as we look at them in their innocent state, especially if we acquire them when they're quite young, we see an innocent creature. We see God's innocent creature. And our heart just melts. We fall in love with this creature. And we want to do as much as we can to make that creature's life effortless and fulfilling and happy. And so your bond with animals has drawn a great amount of animals to you. And even if they have transitioned out of this earth plane, they are still with you. So this also correlates to the fairies card, because the fairies are so in touch with nature and animals. And so you have this really, really strong pull towards animals and plants and nature. And I think maybe what's going on for you, why you need help from the angels, is perhaps you have forgotten this bond. Perhaps you have let it go, let it sort of linger on the vine and not fed it, not communicated with your animals. This is also saying that you are an animal communicator, that you can communicate with your animals without words. So I would say that you need to reconnect to nature and animals, as well as visualizing your success. And then we have the fourth oracle card. It says, All is well. Archangel Jeremiah. I think that's how you say it. Jeremiah. Everything is happening exactly as it is supposed to. With hidden blessings you will soon understand. So perhaps the situation that you're in, that you're asking for help with, is not so bad as things that you've gone through before. So maybe you just need an adjustment, and maybe that adjustment is talking to animals and getting more in touch with the fairies and with nature. And the crystal angel card that I pulled for you is Peridot. Peridot says, life lessons. You can break free from recurring negative patterns by praying to know the lesson and blessing they contain. So Peridot might be a stone. It's a green stone. I've usually seen it not quite this bright emerald green, but a little lighter green. And you can use Peridot for a calming effect. I love Peridot. I love wearing it. It's my daughter's birthstone, and I often wear it to honor her, but also just because I really like the way the stone makes me feel. Okay, then we've got the 3 tarot cards from the influence of the angels. And the first one is the 9 of Wands. The 9 of Wands it looks like an older man who's really struggling to pull that wand across the ground with him. And this is a man who has seen many years on this planet, and he has worked all of his life. He has done his utter best to fulfill all of his master or boss's requests. And the thought of having to pull all those other wands, so the 8 wands in the ground, and he's pulling one along with him, the thought of having to pull those other 8 wands is really debilitating to him. It just makes him feel that he's never going to get out from under this drudge. And that may be the way you feel at this moment. But then we have the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords is a woman who is well educated and uses her words to get what she wants. So she is affirming the need for all women and girls and children in general to be educated, to be well educated, because this will serve society very, very well. So this person, this Queen of Swords, is not afraid to speak her mind and not afraid to speak up for others and on behalf of others. She has an opinion and she wants people to hear about it. But the 10 of Swords follows, and I want to hang on to this All is Well card because now it makes more sense. So between the 9 of Wands, which is a burden that you no longer wish to carry, a fight that you no longer wish to fight, a defense you no longer wish to defend, and Mary here, the Queen of Swords, you want to look at the next card, which is the 10 of Swords, which is the ending, the absolute ending of something. And the thing is that this situation it should come to an end. There is something going on here that should come to an end, and maybe this is what is holding you back from where you're at up here in the top oracle cards, that you need to get back to nature, you need to recommune with the fairies, you need to reconnect with animals, and maybe by doing that, that will allow you to let this situation end. But Archangel Jeremiah is still saying all is well. Even with the ending, even with the 10 of Swords, all is well. It's as it should be. There are cycles in our lives. There are things that have to come to an end. And when they do, very often we're sad or resistant. We feel that we cannot change, or we shouldn't have to change, or we don't want to change, but we have to change. This is also what eclipses are all about. So if you're hearing this and it's coming before an eclipse or before the pair of eclipses, use the opportunity of the eclipse to go with the changes that the universe sees as necessary. This card does not necessarily mean the death of anyone except for a concept. So it may mean that something that no longer serves you really has to go away. But never fear, because all is well. And that's the reading for you, everyone who picked the Lapis Lazuli Pyramid. This is the reading for the people who chose the rose quartz pyramid with the Reiki symbols on it. I wish I could see them. Okay, anyway, let's get on with your reading. Sorry about that. Okay, so I've laid out the cards, and I've chosen cards from several different decks. This reading, I think, is very, very, very clear. So the first card that we have is, have you asked your angels for help with this? It says, your angels want to help you with this situation. However, they require your permission before they can intervene in your free will choices. So here's the beautiful picture of the card. There we go. And you need to stop worrying about looking weak or being ashamed or not being able to do it by yourself. You need to realize that everybody needs help now and again, and that's a big reason that we have a guardian angel and guides, is so that they can help us both in understanding but also in just kind of, moving us through the universe so that we come in contact with the people that we need to connect with. So rather than thinking that you have to conquer this situation entirely alone, ask your angels for help. You need to just say, yes, angels, please help me with, and tell them what it is, or just say, please help me with everything. But you need to let them know so that they can assist you because they're standing ready. Now, one reason you might not be asking them is coming as an answer in the second card, which is for the heart chakra. It says, the answer that you seek is in your heart right now. Be open to giving and receiving love. Answer that you seek is in your heart right now. So, what is in your heart right now? Well, the thing is that all of us go through periods of doubt in our life, but some of us have a hard time just believing that we deserve love, just believing that we are a child of the universe, that we are exceptional, that we're blessed, that we're special, that we're unique, and that we're deserving of all the bounty of blessings that the universe has to offer us. But this is the case. We are all entitled to as many blessings as we can take. We are all entitled to be happy and prosperous and abundant and healthy and loving and in love. We're all entitled to that, including you. So you need to open your heart chakra, and sometimes this card comes up for people who have been really damaged and hurt in relationships. And you need to do some work on healing that heart chakra. So maybe that's the first thing you ask your angels to help you with. Maybe that's the first thing that you say is, please help me to heal my heart chakra so that I can let love into my life once more. I think that would be a great place to start. And then follow that up with, please help me to see how special I am and to love myself once again. That's another great one to do, because you've got a lot of love coming out in this reading, and I want you to be able to enjoy it. The next card that we have, and this is from the messages from the angels, is Astara. It says, you deserve the best. Reach for the stars with your dreams and desires and don't compromise. That's Astara. Reach for the stars with your dreams and desires and don't compromise. You deserve the best. So if for some reason you're holding back, if you sense that, well, I can't ask for that, that's you holding back. There are things that you probably do just out of habit that are limiting you from getting everything that you deserve. No more. Throw those shackles off. Let yourself take in the bounty that is rightfully yours. The next card is Harmony. And I think that this card is one that really speaks for itself. To be in harmony with oneself and the universe is the goal. So if you do not feel that your life is in harmony with yourself, with your values, with the lifestyle you want to live, with the people you want to be with, do something about it. Ask your angels to help you. Whatever is out of harmony, whatever is out of sync, ask your angels to help you figure out how to bring it into harmony, how to bring it into balance so that you can be loving and hopeful and open up to love in your life. It's very important that you love yourself, And if there's a reason in that, if there's some kind of a trauma, emotional trauma going on that is preventing you from loving yourself, that's got to stop, because that can lead to all sorts of gnarly things. You don't want that. You want to live a joyous life. You want to live a fun life. You want to enjoy life. Now the next three cards that I have are from the Angel Tarot by Doreen Virtue. And the first one is the Ace of Water. And I'll read the little thing down below because it's probably way too small for you guys to read. It says, falling in love or the resurgence of a relationship, spiritual growth and enhanced intuition, a new home. So this card is saying that probably you're going to be meeting someone who is a soulmate, who is somebody that you can really connect with, and that your spiritual gifts are growing, your intuition is expanding. And if you're already in a relationship, then this card is saying there's a new chapter awaiting for you and your partner. Or you could be getting a new home. I'm not getting a new home. I'm getting, in this reading, I'm not picking up on that. I'm picking up on you opening up your heart to love and letting somebody in. The next card is, I believe, the person that you're going to let in, and it's the King of Water. Now the King of Water is a yang energy, trustworthy, compassionate, respected, and cultured. Open your heart and mind to those around you, trustworthy and heartfelt advice, charity work. Notice he is in the sea. He has fish swimming around him and a dolphin. This is a caring individual. This is a man who is not afraid of his feminine side. So this is somebody who is well balanced and kind. And that is really going to help you if you've had your heart trampled on before. This is going to be a person who can really help you to feel good about yourself and to accept love from them. And then we have the Three of Water. And the Three of Water is a celebration. But I want you to notice it also has a dolphin in the picture. So there's some connection there with water and dolphins that you're going to see in the next few weeks. There's actually, I think, is that another dolphin there? Yeah, I think there's another dolphin on the other side of the picture. On the right and left sides, there are dolphins. So the Three of Water indicates a celebration of some kind. It says a wedding, a graduation, a birth announcement, the need to have more fun. So something else that you cut yourself off from when you decide that you have to do everything by yourself is fun. Most of the time, people, when they are living a balanced life, usually do have other people that they communicate with regularly, that they enjoy social activities with regularly. And if you don't have that, if you're really isolating and just doing everything by yourself and living by yourself and just doing from work, you need to connect with other people. You need to get friends. You need to get yourself open to trusting people and to enjoying the company of people. Now, it may be in your environment that you are surrounded by people who don't think like you do, who don't have the same philosophy that you do, who would think that you're crazy for watching, tarot readings on YouTube. But you know what? Then connect to some other people on YouTube. Eventually you'll find somebody who lives close enough that you can see them face to face. But try to connect with people. It's really going to change your life. It's going to change your life. And the last card is from the Archangel's deck from Doreen Virtue. I think this might be her original deck. I want to say it is. And it's Gifts from God. And it has Archangel Sandalphon on it. And he says, "We angels bring you gifts from your Creator. Open your arms to receive." So again, you need to accept this from the angels. You not only need to ask permission or give them permission to help you, but you also need to accept the gifts they bring you. And I'm here to tell you, one of the things that they're going to bring you is a partner of some kind. So that's going to be amazing for you. So that's the reading for the people who chose the Rose Quartz Pyramid. And you probably already know this, but rose quartz is the stone for love. It is the stone that helps you vibrate in your heart to love. So no surprise there that your reading had to do with love, loving yourself, getting harmony and balance in your life as you love yourself more, and accepting love in your heart and in your life with a new partner. All right, many blessings to you. Please leave me a comment down below, and I'm moving on to the next reading. All right, this reading is for the people who chose the Amethyst pyramid, just a good angle, and it's Amethyst. So I picked cards from the... Let's begin with the third eye chakra. Now this picture on this card is absolutely beautiful. I know what the author is because this artist rather, did another oracle deck that I have that is just absolutely gorgeous. It says, it is safe for you to see the energy of love in all of its forms, such as angels, auras, and visions. The third eye chakra. So this card is telling you that you have abilities that are opening up. You may be actually clairvoyant, which is seeing things. You may be clairsentient, which is knowing things. Clairaudient, which is hearing things. Then I don't know the names of all the rest of them, but you may smell things, you may hear, I said hearing. Lots of other clairs. Okay, let's just leave it at that. The thing is that sometimes people get worried that they should not use these powers, as some people call them, because they're not right, that they're too small of a person to hold such awesome power. Here's the thing though, human beings are tremendously powerful. We only use, something like 10% of our brain, most of us. But as you begin to develop and raise your vibration and develop these psychic gifts, you're using more and more and more of your brain. And that's really a good thing. It's raising your vibration, it's using your brain more effectively, and it's giving you more to do and more of a hand in designing your own life, which is what the whole goal is. We're supposed to have fun. We're supposed to enjoy being here on this planet. But the second card that you get is Shield Yourself, and it says protect yourself from harsh or fear-based energies by envisioning a cocoon of healing light surrounding you. So here's the thing. When you begin to open up and you begin to use things like clairvoyance and clairaudience, you also probably are empathic and very, very likely to pick up other people's feelings, and that's hard to deal with for a lot of us. Believe me, I'm empathic, and it's really hard for me to be in groups of people where they just have a lot of negative energy. It's just not easy for me. I just can't do it. Like I don't go to shopping malls, and I really try to not have to even go to the grocery store. I usually try to send someone to the grocery store for me because the negative energy from people is really hard. I'm getting better. I'm learning how to shield myself. And the more I can understand how to do this, the easier it is for me to go out in the world and do things other than just go to and from on my job. You're shielding yourself not from people you don't like, but from energies that you can't tolerate. A lot of people who are empathic get overstimulated by all of the energies out in the world, not just negative energies, but just high energy, like arguing and yelling and people yelling at traffic and things like that. So you have to shield yourself from that. And in this case, what the angels are saying is you can put yourself in a protective bubble of white light. You can become white light. You can ask Archangel Michael to shield you. You can ask other angels to shield you. You can ask your spirit guides to tell you what to do in the face of this chaotic energy that harms you. So it will be very helpful for you to learn different ways of shielding yourself. Really, really helpful. And that's what you need to start doing now that you're opening up more. Now, the next card is from This is Messages from Your Angels. And the card is Layla. It says, spend time alone in nature, meditating about your desires and intentions. Ask the angels to help you gain a positive perspective. Wow, that's really great. So some of your goals and intentions may have to do with opening up psychically. Some of them may have to do with completely different topics, and that's great. That's fine. Just go ahead and ask your angels to help you in that regard. The angels are here. You have a guardian angel, a birth angel that is with you your whole life. And you may have other angels that come sort of in teams to help you with various things that you have to do in your life, like being a parent, like if you have to do extensive travel, or just working in general. You may have a team of angels that just help you with your job. There's lots of angelic support and help for you in your life. You just have to ask for it. Now, the next card is from the Archangel deck, and it says, Life Review, Archangel Jeremiah, take inventory of your life and resolve to change or heal anything that is unbalanced. Now, a lot of people think of the life review as something that happens when you transition, when you go through to the next level. Not always. You can ask the angels, especially specifically Archangel Jeremiah, to assist you in doing a life review now so that you can clearly identify what are things in your life that you no longer need or that no longer serve a purpose in your life, and you can begin to let them go. The times of the new moon and full moon are excellent times to let go of those things. If you're hearing this before an eclipse, that's also a tremendous time to let things go. In fact, eclipses sometimes sort of force you to let things go. The life review is really instructive, and Archangel Jeremiah is there to help you with it. Now, of these 3 tarot cards that I pulled from the Golden Tarot, the first one is Justice, and look at all the little angels that are helping Lady Justice, or actually the Angel of Justice. So, with Justice, this card is saying that you need to do what is right. If there's a situation in your life where you're having to make choices, choose what is right in your heart. Search your heart to see if that is possible, and then do it. Even if it seems a little outrageous, even if it seems like in the circle of people that you're in that they wouldn't do that, you should do that. You should do the right thing. It's always best. The next card that we get for you is the High Priestess. And in this deck, she's wearing a pope's tiara. In ancient times, there was a female pope named Juno, and she was covered up. Hence, the High Priestess hides things, right? That's the mythology here with this card. So, with the High Priestess, you want to look very carefully at all angles of the issue. You want to look very carefully and try not to judge as you look at both sides of the issue, and come up with what is right. You may in fact have secret, occult, or even intuitive knowledge that will help you to make the right decision. And so that's what you should do. In the making of that decision, you may find that you have to compromise. You may not be able to get everything that you want, but you need to bend a little so that you don't break. You need to bend a little so that you don't break. This is the key to making really, really good decisions. You cannot always just get what you want or walk away. Very many times you have to make a deal or compromise with the other parties. So that's what you're going to do. And the final card for this is from the Angel Answers from Doreen Virtue, and it says, a year from now. So whatever you're asking about, whatever it is that you want to be resolved, that you're asking help from the angels for, it will be resolved within a year. So a year from now, you will have what you want. It doesn't mean that it's going to have to take a full 12 months, but it's not going to happen tomorrow. It will happen within a year. So be patient, talk to your angels, work on your psychic abilities, shield yourself, get out in nature, do your life review. You have a lot of things to do. It may take you a year to get through all of this stuff anyway. And then when it comes to this issue that you have to think about, you have to do the right thing. So even that may take some time to come to a head, to the point where you really have to make the decision and then, bend and not break. So a year from now. So that's what I have for you. All right, that was the reading for the people who picked the purple or amethyst pyramid. Thank you so much. Leave me some comments down below. And I really appreciate you if you're a subscriber. I appreciate you if you're not a subscriber. I appreciate that you're watching this video and hearing me even say this at the end of the video. So thank you, thank you, thank you very much. Thank you so much for subscribing, sharing, liking my channel. Thank you for leaving comments. It really, really makes a difference, both to me and to YouTube, actually. I've been doing a lot of collaborations, so I hope you're watching those videos. And thanks very much. Thank you so much for being a subscriber, and thank you so much for watching. And I will see you next time.